looking at children and their well-being as our general topic, and specifically this week we'll be looking at the safety of children under the care of caregivers and relatives. And lately we've seen that a lot of things are happening to children, and this being a very long holiday, as much as it's coming to an end, this being a very long holiday, we want to look at how safe are our children in the environment they are in, under the care of house helps, relatives, wherever we're leaving them. Because we're still, if you see parents, some of us are still working, and these children are left under the care of someone. So today we want to focus on how safe are these children under the care of these people. We've seen a lot of cases. Like yesterday, I was watching something about a girl who went missing last week on Thursday, and she was found dead on Saturday. And it got me worried because how can a child just disappear and die just like that without no one knowing their whereabouts? And it got me thinking, how safe are our children under the care of the people we are leaving them with? And we see, like, these days, the house helps we employ, as much as we have agencies, the house helps these days are not careful enough like they were a long time ago. Because we are employing children, like just children who've just completed high school, others didn't even complete high school. So they even don't know, they don't have those skills of taking care of children. And again, the children that we are bringing up these days, they know a lot. They experiment a lot, they experience a lot, and if you're not careful enough, they'll just overshadow you. So, as parents, what are we supposed to do for our children to be safe under these caregivers? And how can we be sure that these caregivers are doing their jobs and taking good care of our children? We've also heard of cases where children are being raped by house helps. Children are being sodomized by gardeners. So how safe are our children? Some children are even being raped by relatives. You leave your child with your grandmother or your mother, and this child ends up being raped with an uncle, you see, a brother to you, the mother or to the father. So this world is not safe at all. And the best thing we can do for these children right now is equipping them. How do we equip these children? Later on, we'll see how to equip these children in case of any danger, in case they feel they are not safe. How do we equip them to make them get to a safer environment? So these children are, okay, you know, the circumstances that bring these children to be kept under caregivers are not, like, we are forced to put them under caregivers because maybe you're working and your working hours are not compatible with right now the children are at home, so you can't take care of your children. You have to leave them somewhere, or you have to bring someone to take care of these children. And you have, before bringing someone to take care of your child, or before leaving your child with someone, as parents we are encouraged to just be careful and scrutinize this person you're leaving your child with, and ensure that the environment you're leaving this child is safe. Because you might get your child to maybe a relative or a friend, and their environment is not safe. You don't know the neighbors of that person. Maybe they have bad influence, or the children around them are not a good influence. You see, so you have to, first of all, you have to observe the environment you're leaving this child, if it's not your home. Because at the end of the day, sometimes you have to take this child somewhere, because maybe you don't have a house help, you don't have a relative who can take care of this child. You have to take them somewhere. So before taking that child somewhere, please just observe the environment you're going to leave your child. Look at the immediate person you're leaving your child with. After that, how is the environment? How secure is it? Is it somewhere that a child can just wander about? Maybe a 4-year-old child. Is there a fence? Is there a gate? You see, those things are something you should be observant about, because if there is no gate, if there is no fence, this child can just be playing and they just disappear. Someone can just take your child while playing, and the person you've left her with or him, they are not around. So once the child is outside playing, is that child safe enough? And if there's no fence, if there's no gate, you have to alert this person you're leaving your child with. You have to let them know, if I'm leaving this child with you, even if they're going outside to play, make sure you go out with them. Don't leave my child to go out alone. You have to be there while they are playing. Don't let my child out of your sight. You see, those are things that you should worry about before leaving a child somewhere. As much as you want to, we are living in a very tight economic, and we have to get money. So you might be in search of this money and you lose your child. Either you lose them physically, you can lose them emotionally, psychologically. So you have to be all round. You have to provide for the child, and at the same time also provide for them for their mental state. And by doing this, you'll bring up children that are responsible and are able to live life fully, since they know they are very secure. And another thing, we have to see how to create a safe environment for these children. How do we equip these children? Because we are living in a very dangerous world. And the world we are living in, if you don't equip your child with safety skills, they can be in a lot of danger. So we have to see, how are we supposed to equip these children? Even if it's a child, as long as the child is able to talk, how do you equip this child to be safe in the environment they are in? Because you don't stay with them always. You see, at the end of the day, you might not leave them under a caregiver. Maybe you have a teenager at home and the siblings are still young. So you might decide to leave them alone. So how safe are they? How have you equipped them to be safe? So we want to look at how we can equip these children for them to stay safe. So number one, we have to ensure that these children make sure they have phone numbers and addresses offhand. As long as the child has started talking, this child can learn. You can make the child cram or memorize a number. Maybe the number of especially someone who is always available through phone. Is it a mother? Is it a father? Is it an uncle or a grandmother? Anyone who is always available. Because maybe as the mother, where you're working, you're not allowed to have a phone throughout, or maybe you're always in meetings, you can't be able to receive phone calls throughout. So make sure the number you're giving your child to memorize is the number of someone who is always available. So anytime they are called, they can come to the rescue of this child. So make sure your child has memorized a phone number offhand. And also an address of someone. Is it a person who lives nearby? Let this person know, in case I'm not around and something bad has happened to you or something bad is happening to you, you can run to this address. And always ensure that you've alerted the person that you are teaching your child to trust. Maybe it's a phone number or an address. Make sure the person that is the owner of that address or phone number, they know that my child has crammed your number, my child has memorized your number. So in case they are in danger, they'll contact you. In case they are in danger, they'll come to you. So always be on the lookout. In case you see my child, please make sure you take care of them. So make sure your child has memorized a number. And I've seen children memorizing number even at the age of 4, 5, you see, and it's very safe for them. Maybe they were playing somewhere and they get lost. Maybe they were going somewhere with an adult, and kids are playful and they can just get lost. Is it a mall? It's a supermarket. Anywhere they can get lost, and just accidentally. So once this child has memorized the number and this happens, this child will just go maybe to a security and borrow a phone, and they'll contact the number that you've made them memorize. Also, teach your children who are safe people to contact. Maybe even as adults, you're taught that once maybe you get lost in town, you don't ask for direction from anyone. You're supposed to ask either from a police officer or a security guard. You are not supposed to trust anyone. So teach your child the right people to trust. They should not trust just anyone, because it's not everyone who has good intentions. So teach your children who to trust. In the family, maybe you can't trust everyone. You can teach them. You can let them know, in case of anything, either good or bad, you can trust so and so. Outside, who are you supposed to trust? The teachers, maybe. Maybe you are in the streets. You have an emergency or you're lost. Who are you supposed to ask for help from? Look for a security officer. This is how they look. Look for a police officer. This is how they look. And just let them know slowly. Teach them from a younger age. Just always remind them. If you remind someone always, they'll never forget it. they'll always remember that. So if anything happens to them, maybe later in life, they'll always remember, I was told this and this person is someone I can trust and it's someone I can go to. So always teach your child the safe people to contact, the safe people to run to in case of anything. You see, maybe they are at home, thugs have maybe invaded your home, and the child gets a chance to maybe to escape. This child can ask for help from people. And if you've taught them, in case of anything, go to this person. This child will go to that person. In case of anything, contact this person. You know, anything can also happen to you. You are at home. Maybe you can also be at home and you fall sick. These days, you see, we've very many illnesses that just come suddenly. And you are an adult, maybe you have your phone there, and the child is just confused. But if this child, teach your children also about these phones of ours, ensure your child knows your security password. Because yourself, you might be in danger, and it's only this child that can save you. You might fall ill, and it's this child that can save you. I've heard of people who die, yet their children are there, or their spouses are there, they can't unlock their phone. Please, ensure the people you are around, even as an adult, let them have access to your phone. And once they have access to your phone, let them know the people to contact in case of anything. So if you are at home and anything happens to you, this child will know, I'll just take my mom's phone and I'll call so-and-so. If I call so-and-so, we will find help. If anything happens at home and your child gets to escape, they know, I'm outside, I'm supposed to go and ask for help from this and this person. Maybe it's 2 houses away or 2 streets away. They know where to run to. Also, teach your children rules, especially about their bodies, that nobody should touch your bodies. And when you teach them about their bodies, they are able, and teach them also, if someone tries to touch your body, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to shout, you're supposed to scream, you're supposed to ask for help, and the immediate response is get away from that person if you can. So if you can run away, please run for your life. Don't stay there and someone tries to touch your body. Also teach them, if they are not comfortable with doing something and someone asks them to do it, let them defend themselves. Because you've seen people, like children, the first step of being abused, they're told to do things that they are not comfortable with. So teach your children, maybe you're not supposed to undress in front of people. If someone comes to you and tells you to undress in front of them, don't do it if you're not comfortable with that. The only time you are supposed to undress is you are supposed to change your clothes or you're going to bathe. So if someone tries to tell you to undress for any other reason and your child is not comfortable with that, tell that person, no, I'm not doing this and this and this. And if that happens, what can this child do? Let them know. If someone tries to do this and this, please run away. Please shout. If you can, ask for help. And once these children you teach this to the children, if they're able to protect themselves before they find help, we'll see the number of rapes reducing and abuses. They reduce because these children will be on alert, because they know, if someone touches my hand this way, it's inappropriate. If someone touches my shoulder this way, that's inappropriate. If someone touches my legs this way, that's inappropriate. So if they are touched inappropriately, teach them the inappropriate touches and how to respond to inappropriate touches. Also, when it comes to children and teenagers, we should also learn to teach them how to walk. Like, they should not walk alone. Maybe you've left them at home and they are supposed to go somewhere. Teach them that they're not supposed to walk alone. If they are at home alone, they should just make sure they are at home unless you've sent them. And once you teach them that they should not walk alone, at least they'll be safe from anything that happens outside. Also, we should teach them that they should not talk to strangers or go anywhere with strangers. You see, it's not everyone who wishes well for us. And once you teach your children that they should not talk with strangers or talk to strangers, we've seen incidences where a stranger gives your child, talks to your child, and these days even thieves, they have this powder that once you inhale or you talk to them, you are attracted. you are attracted to them and you start following them. So teach your child that they should not talk to strangers. They should not walk with strangers. And and as you talk to these children, make sure you don't make them fear. There is an aspect of also being afraid. No, this is not supposed to make your children afraid. It's supposed to make them feel safe. So teach them how to feel safe. Teach them how to be safe. Teach them and make them understand, because once they don't understand, they'll not see the need of it. So as you teach them, also make sure they understand that you are doing this and this to protect them. So let them know that they're not supposed to talk to strangers, and they're not supposed to walk with strangers. Another thing, you've seen a lot of people poison children by giving them foodstuff. So teach your children that they're not supposed to take anything edible from someone. Like, you're walking somewhere and you collect something that can be eaten, don't collect it. Or someone offers you something to eat, don't collect anything from strangers. We've seen there are people who are selling drugs in form of sweets. We've seen people who are giving out poisons, or they are luring children and stealing them by giving them something to eat, maybe these sweets, chocolates. So make your children understand that they're not supposed to take anything from strangers. Also, maybe you're going somewhere, you're in the bus stop, or maybe in the airport and in the waiting bay, and maybe you want to rush to the washroom, or you're going to rush to get something, and you've left your child somewhere. Teach your child that if I leave you somewhere, stay there, don't move. Where I've left you, just stay there. That's why I can find you easily. Let your child understand that this is for my safety. Maybe if I try to walk around, I might get lost, and it will be something hectic for my parents or the person I've been left with. So let them understand that once I've been left somewhere, I have to stay there until the person that has left me there comes back. Maybe it's the parent or the caregiver. Also, maybe you are walking in the mall and the child just disappears. So once they trace their steps, they let them understand, and let them understand that if wherever they trace their steps, like, this is where I've realized that no, I'm lost. Just stay there and try to seek help from where you are. And once you seek help, stay there. Don't walk around, because you might continue getting lost. So stay where you are, and I'll find you from there. So if your child understands that if I get lost maybe and I've called someone for help, or I can't find where I'm supposed to go, stay near a safe place, stay near security gate, stay near a police officer, stay there until you're found. And if you stay near a safe place, maybe it's a police officer or a security guard, once the adult realizes that I was with a child and the child is not with me again, once they start asking, you see these soldiers and these security officers and the police officers, they have these walkie-talkies, they can communicate, we're looking for this and this child. Have you seen them? And if you're somewhere safe near these people, they'll be able to find help for you. So these children, we should equip our children on how to be safe. And we are not doing this to make them afraid. We are doing this to protect them. So make them understand that whatever you're teaching them, whatever you're trying to protect them is danger. And it's not like you're trying to punish them or making them feel less of free children. Teach them their rights. And if the children know their rights and how to defend their rights, they'll be okay. So let your child know that how to stay in a safe space and how to stay with safe people. And once they know that, they'll be able to protect themselves and stay out of danger. Thank you for following us. This was a Gwira Gwira podcast, and I was your host, Fiona Mogita. Have a blessed day.